Hi, my name is Susan Musgrave. Welcome to the Burning and Learning Kitchen. As you can see, I have my lovely cat outside, my lovely daughter behind the camera. I'm going to teach you how to broil a steak and cook it where you want it. Rare, medium rare, or fully cooked. Raw, we already got it right here. If you just want some raw steak, just go at it. No need to cook it, season it, And then we teach you how to make some awesome green beans for people who can't stand green beans. Love my green beans.
It is awesome.
Are you ready? Let's get started. Now we're going to make this gluten-free. La Choy soy sauce is gluten-free.
Joey.
We call it La Joy because my oldest loves this sauce and his name's Joy. You're just going to take and give a good coat to each steak. Now you're not going to need a lot of salt with this because you can see all the soy sauce. And soy sauce is very salty. As I said, we don't need a lot of salt. I use a little bit of seasoned salt. Now this is not gluten-free, so if you have gluten allergies, do not put on seasoned salt. You just do a little light coating. Then you take garlic, pepper, again, a light coating, about a half a teaspoon per
Gluten-free or no?
Yes, this is McCormick, and it's just garlic powder. That's all that's in there. And we have onion powder. Again, onion powder is gluten-free by McCormick. And you do a nice coat. Now we're going to let this marinate. Now while this marinates, we're going to do some green beans. Most people would find this tedious and boring, but it's a great time to get to know your family and call everyone to help. So, what have you been up to on your spring vacation, my lovely darling dear?
Helping you videotape.
Yeah. We're just cutting the ends off because you got these little sticks of the green beans and keeping them whole. For anybody that's had green beans in the States at the Chinese food restaurants, this is their recipe. I stole it.
She stole their recipe.
Yeah, but this is
I should go call the cops.
Oh.
No.
This is great family time. Back in the day, we used to have to snap peas and shuck corn. Yeah, I'm not that old either. But we'll just let the steaks marinate while we do the green beans. Halfway through the green beans, we'll flip the steaks.
And I can still cut them.
Okay. Well, while she's still doing the green beans, we are going to flip the steak. You can let this marinate longer if you'd like, but lots of times when you come home, you got 900 things going on. And you can see right now there's not a lot of soy sauce on this one, so I'm going to flip it back over and just smother it back in the sauce. This is just a regular cookie sheet. And got all the sauce on there. Let it get all under this one here. And sometimes it's okay if you put a little bit more soy sauce on there. You will see I have different thicknesses of the steak, but not too much. Got a good amount of soy sauce now. There we go. But you can let this marinate for longer if you'd like. You don't have to. Come on. Yeah. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more soy sauce. Had a little interruption there with a phone call, but it wasn't for me, so all is good. Now, because we have so much salt in here, I'm not adding any more seasoned salt. We're just going to do another coat.
We're not going to any parties or anything.
We're just add another coat of onion powder, and then some more garlic powder. Because you don't need to over season your steaks. Everyone goes to the steakhouses and there's like this much junk on top of their meat. Normally you have more junk than you have meat. You don't need that. This will just bring out the taste and you actually taste the steak. Also too, for people that have low iron, the more you cook the steak, the less iron you're gonna have. Also, vitamin C and acids really are great to have with a steak. That's why if you have a salad to have with your steak, make sure you eat some tomatoes. If you don't have tomatoes, eat ketchup. You will absorb, I think it's like 30 to 40% more iron when you eat your steak with tomatoes. I don't know why, it's just the way your body absorbs things. The way it works great. Vitamins work better together, and those two work great. So we're gonna let these marinate. We're gonna get back to doing some green beans over here.
Not much.
Not much more. Now, once these green beans are done, we are going to take some fresh garlic and mince it up.
With some soy sauce too.
Yep.
We have 2 tablespoons of garlic,
Minced garlic.
minced garlic, 1/2 cup of butter.
What kind of butter is it?
I cannot believe it's butter.
Right.
Oh my gosh. 3/4 cup of olive oil. 3/4 cup of soy sauce. And 4 cups green beans.
All right. All these ingredients are gluten-free. So anyone has a gluten allergy, this is completely safe for them. Right now we got the oven turned all the way up and we have it on broil. You can see right here it shows the little lines for when you're over here and you can't read the stove. When you're over here in Europe, there's these little teeny lines that are all wavy up top. That means the broil is going to be going. Now while this is broiling,
250. It's on
which
250.
you also want your cooking rack on the top shelf, which mine is not. So give me a moment and we'll get that fixed. We're gonna put the steaks in, we're gonna let them start cooking. While those are cooking, we're gonna get our green beans going. Click it all the way over. For those that have stoves over here and you can't get both burners to light up, you just click it to the side and then the whole thing lights up.
Can I put it in?
Nope, we don't put the green beans in yet. Put the olive oil.
I wanted to.
Sorry, why don't you get the garlic?
Yay. And soy sauce.
The garlic goes in first. Get your little spoon.
Yeah, kind of do this.
And you want to get it sauteing. And put the butter in. And then take a minute for it to saute. Here we go.
See, I wanted that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, put that spoon in there. Leave it in there.
Do that.
Let it all melt.
And
Just take it.
saute.
Yes, we saute, we don't fry. I'm not frying my green beans, I'm a sauteing.
Whoa, that's really brown.
All right, we just added in the soy sauce. Beans in. Very carefully. All the green beans. Now this is the hardest part of all. You put the lid on it and let it steam. In about 5-10 minutes, it'll be ready to go. You can mix it around throughout.
I need you to move.
I'm moving.
Darn, it won't
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
There we go. The lid's bigger than you. You just,
No, it isn't. See, I'm taller.
you just cover the green beans,
When you bring me in there.
and in about 5 minutes, mix them around. Give them maybe 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, and they'll be done. Now we're gonna check on the steak.
I'll be over in a little bit.
All right, we'll see you in a minute. My helper went off to go play. Alrighty. Once the fog clears from my glasses, you can see right here it's already starting to get beautiful golden brown. Now we're going to pull this out and we're going to flip the steaks. Come on, there we go. Whoa! Now I'm just using a regular old cookie sheet, ain't nothing special. Yeah. Smelling so good. Don't. You need smell-o-vision for this, I tell you. Okay, and we're gonna put them back in. for another few minutes. You don't want to leave your steak because you don't be like, oh hey, let's go for a walk. No, not with broiling. It only takes a few minutes. Check on the green beans again. Oh, you can see them. Look at all this. You can just hear them.
It does smell good. And
Yeah, that's what's up. My camera lady. I make them work for their food. Now we're gonna pull one of these bad boys out. I'm gonna take the smallest one because that one will be ready. Now these are a prime rib cut right before they become a prime rib. Now this cut, you can see right here, is bleeding. This would be rare. When you want medium rare, there's no blood. So we're going to put them back in. Because this one's ready for my oldest. We're going to let these other ones cook a little bit longer. Got my counter so crowded.
do you need help opening it?
Yeah, I got it. Here we go. Alrighty. Whoops. Still a little juice. That's okay. That's why I got the bottom tray in there. Alrighty. And one steak down, 3 to go. Alrighty. Well, while the steaks are still broiling, my green beans are done. If you come over, you can see. Now, if you want them more chewy, you can cook them longer. If you don't want them so crisp, I like them a little bit on the crisper side. And you can see there are some that are cooked a little bit more. But these are ready to go. We're going to get them put in a container and be done. Now, this would be for a person who likes their steak well done. It's a thinner steak that I had in with 2 thicker steaks. So these steaks should be medium rare. This steak should be cooked the whole way through almost. Look at that. Nice, beautiful, no blood, just juice. This would be a cooked steak. Unless you want it burnt. Then you can just eat off the ends. Now, my steaks, I like a little pink, not majorly bleeding. And that's going to be this thicker steak right here. So you can make steak for everyone. See, beautiful pink, juices, just a little teeny bit of blood, nothing major. Now let's get this plated up so we can all eat. Alrighty. Now the one thing that I do with my steaks, because all of us know when you have your steak and you put a whole thing like this, a big old steak on that plate, or you have all your steaks sitting in the center of the table, that your man just reaches over, grabs the biggest steak and flops it on his plate. Well, there's about, anywhere from 8 to 10 ounces of meat there, and you only need 4. So I just plated these up to show you the difference. I always cut all the fat off my steaks before it goes to the table. And I cut it in servings. Because right here, this is about 4 ounces. Right here is another 4 ounces. That's 2 servings of meat. On top of all the vegetables and everything else you have with it, you don't need all that. And that's just way too much meat to have at night in one setting. So I'm putting on my steak. I got my tomatoes. I'm scooping up some green beans. Tease you all. You all can't have it. But now you know how. Teach a man to fish, he'll be able to eat for the rest of his life. But if he only likes sushi, you need to teach him how to cook too. Alright, I'm gonna this is some awesome whipped up creamy cucumber salad, which I'll be posting a separate video for that. So good. Get a little bit of tomato in there too. Now, if my camera lady would let me film her, y'all could just hear the truth. Now, this ain't the truth, but, I love my cooking, as you can see by my physique. Well, from my kitchen to yours, remember, when you're burning, you're learning.